making noise here in downtown Indianapolis, Indiana.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
So Indiana wins the tip. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sharpshooters Irving and J.R. Smith are the backcourt duo. LeBron and Love, the two superstar forwards. And it's Thompson in at the center, locking down the middle. Now, here is Young. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer. Young's got the first points up on the board here for the Pacers.
That really was just a heads-up play from Young to find the open man.
James with it. Outside Irving. From the arc. Knocks down the three ball. Irving's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Now, here's George. On the three off target. One of the more polarizing players in the league is Kevin Love in Minnesota. He had multiple seasons, Greg, of up around 26 points, 13 rebounds a game, and yet some said he wasn't a true superstar.
Well, they criticize him for not winning in Minnesota. Now in Cleveland, they point to his reduced stats. He just wants a chance to win, though, and he knew he'd have to make some sacrifice.
And it's Teague, that time on the assist by Turner.
And Teague is just so calm and collected when he gets near the rim.
The screen from Thompson. LeBron, that's a two-pointer, and the shot falls short this time.
Good sets, good offensive sets are built on solid screens, and that was an example of how you don't want to set a pick. You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play it.
Here's LeBron. Paul George making his last shot. James in the post, defended by George.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Screen by Young. Ellis outside. From deep. Thompson with the rebound. The Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Love with the screen on Teague. Here's Irving. For 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Outside Teague. Dishes to Turner. Young, a screen on Love. And here's George for 3. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Yeah, nice vision that time displayed by George off the screen and roll.
To stop the run. And Irving with the lay-in. Good. Irving's got 7 points.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you a problem.
Which is exactly why they better start D'ing him up before he really gets a head of steam up. That's the idea. Shut him down before he gets going. Miles Turner, the 11th overall pick last season out of the University of Texas, only spent 1 season in college. But this guy very well could be a perennial all-star. The Pacers think they've gotten a steal. He was a 19-year-old rookie who showed he already understands how to hold his own at both ends of the floor.
And James gets it to go. Pacers leading by 4. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Count that bucket. He's got 9.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
And Turner was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. What caused him, guys, you think, to slip to 11th in the 2015 draft?
Well, you know, he didn't have a huge impact at Texas. Only played there 1 year. There wasn't a full body of work on his resume. Some even looked at his awkward running gait as perhaps a chink in his armor. But he trained with track coaches, developed his hip flexibility, and really has been working on his mobility and had a strong rookie season.
Outside Teague. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Irving for 3, and another 3 for Cleveland.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And at 6'7", 6'8", Thaddeus Young, definitely more a small ball power forward, but that seems to be the way the league is going these days.
Yeah, it is, and in spite of his ability to fit into that small ball mantra, he can get overpowered inside by the bigger forwards. He's quick off the dribble, an excellent left-handed slasher, and is capable of putting big numbers on the board when he gets it going. Well, he's an intriguing player, Thaddeus Young. I mean, you look at his frame and his game. I mean, he seems like he'd be a small forward, but he's played at the power forward position for years now, and I think that's in part due to the way the game is played now in the NBA with stretch fours and spacing the floor. Thaddeus Young fits into that kind of game quite well.
He hits the second from the line. He certainly can score at the power forward. Young has ability to space the floor and tack off the bounce. He's pretty special at that position.
Yeah, he really is. You know, he came into the league only after a year in college and has grown into a reliable scorer as a slasher and small ball four-man. So he's found and carved out a nice niche for himself.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Nate McMillan.
Well, Kevin, they have a specific approach to tonight's game. He told me they have to get the ball into the paint as much as possible and take advantage of what they believe is a big edge for them inside. We'll see if they're right about that tonight. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Teague inside the line, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Teague's got 6.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Here's Turner. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket. Here's George. He's got 5, and a wide open look here for Ellis. And Indiana, another 3.
And, you know, off the pick, Ellis is a prime threat to drop it in. He's really excellent in these sets.
There's the pass to Irving. Screen by Smith. Love kicks to Thompson.
And after that contract stalemate that just seemed to drag on forever last offseason, the Cavs were finally able to re-sign Tristan Thompson to that extension, 5 years and a little over $80 million. It was a protracted negotiation, but I think in the end it works out well for both parties as the Cavs want to continue to chase those titles. And the Cleveland Cavaliers winning the first title in franchise history, upsetting the favorites, the Golden State Warriors. First time ever a team returned from a 3-1 deficit in the finals to win it.
And the second free throw, good. So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. The Pacers with possession here. Now here's Ellis. Young, a screen on Smith. Right side Teague. Unloads from 13 and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Buries lays the jumper to finish the break. Irving's got 17.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And GA, the Cavs are now the hunted team. Do you like their chances of repeating as champions?
I think they've got as good a chance as anyone, and probably better because they really have owned the East. If they can stay healthy, no reason to think they can't do it again.
Boy, I tell you, Turner is a dominant force who imposes his will on whoever is on him, but what you have to like and respect is his work ethic.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
And I like the fact, guys, that those numbers have gone up since last season. I mean, he said free throw shooting was an area he was looking to improve, and he has.
First one falls for him.
And one of the more aggressive teams in the league this past offseason, looking to adjust their roster, the Indiana Pacers. I mean, the trade for Jeff Teague, another for Thaddeus Young, the signing of Al Jefferson. It's going to be interesting to see how all these new players gel in Nate McMillan's system.
All free throws good from Turner. And Jeff Teague of Atlanta, and now of Indiana, more of a playmaking point guard. That's something the Pacers have lacked for a long time, GA.
Yeah, and he's a guy who looks to push the ball aggressively in transition, and that's something, as you mentioned, the Pacers have been trying to do. Thaddeus Young, another player who fits that mold. Jefferson, more of a half-court, but I think he gives them a nice option there with that second unit. And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Outside Irving. Trey. That shot misses. Great D that time from Teague. Pacers leading by 3. Miles dishes to Teague. Feeds it to Turner. 3-pointer. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 4th assist in this one.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Now here's Irving. 17 points in the game. Pass to LeBron. Shot to stop the run. That's tipped.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target. Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And Indiana making a change here. Robinson's checked in. Deron Williams is checked in for the Cavaliers. Now here's Teague. 6 points for him. Stevenson left side. Back to Teague. Shot clock at 6. Here's Serafin. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Jefferson kicks to Fry. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Williams. And so it's Indiana with it. They lead by 4. Outside Robinson. Out to the wing. Teague against Williams. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a 3-point play. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pacers.
They've definitely had a hot hand from 3-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Now here's Williams. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And if you go back 3 seasons, the Cavs, they have the 2nd youngest roster in the league. 2 consecutive #1 overall picks. And then fast forward to the present, this is a veteran-laden team with its sights squarely set on championships.
And the first one drops. And think about that 2014 draft. The Cavs had less than a 2% chance at the #1 pick, and somehow they land Wiggins.
Yeah, and who can know if LeBron comes back to Cleveland without that asset?
Sometimes Lady Luck smiles on you. The Ohio faithful grateful for some good fortune after over 50 years of waiting for a title.
Now here's Teague. He's got 9. There's the pick. Right wing. Shot clock at 5. Tries it from 19. The Cavaliers pull it in. And here is James. Outside Corver. Screened by Jefferson. The feed to Fry. Shoots the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Now here's Teague. Defense is right there. Now the dish to Miles. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Here's Serafin. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Outside Williams. Puts it up from 17. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Outside Teague. Pass to Stevenson. He dishes it to Miles. That one doesn't go. And Cleveland the other way now. Williams kicks to Fry. Cleveland moving the ball around. Hangs. And it's Miles with the rebound.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Cleveland's gone 4 of 7 from three-point range so far in the first. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's LeBron. Got a hand on it. They get it back. Jefferson has a wide open look. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Stevenson outside. Trying to get back on track. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by a bucket. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And of course, as we've always seen with...
I put all the pressure on me to be better.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James, with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
George and Young are the forwards. And Stevenson is out there with Ellis. And it's Serafin in at the 5. That's the Pacers' 5. So it's the Cavaliers now. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Indiana's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And Stevenson kicks to Serafin. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. From 15 feet away, here's Thompson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Thompson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Cavs.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And stolen by Love. Left side, Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Nobody near George. Kept alive by Indiana.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
To the paint, here's Jefferson. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
And the Pacers, going smaller in their front court, and it hasn't really hurt them defensively. You look around the NBA, there just aren't that many power forwards who can hurt you on the block like in the old days.
And for the Pacers, when they go small, they're able to cover more ground defensively.
Yeah, even when teams post them up, guys, they can harass them by trapping and digging down from the wing. So that activity and length defensively is what they use. Nowadays, it's not just about spreading the floor offensively, but also being able to cover ground defensively. And that quickness of this team serves them well.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Smith kicks to Irving. Outside Jefferson. He feeds it to Love. Jefferson passing to Irving. Shot clock at 5. Latrey. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kyrie Irving is an elite offensive player at his position, but he's trying to improve his focus at the defensive end. He said, "I was always that guy getting called out on film. You get tired of it after a while. It's all about effort. You want to be a guy that your teammates trust." Kevin, we know that point guard is one of the most stocked positions in the league. They need Irving to stay locked in.
Definitely a lot of responsibility at that point guard position.
I love that. Yes, indeedy.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. To the paint. Here's Stevenson. And no good. Smith with the defensive effort. Cleveland leading by 5. Irving up top. He's guarded by Ellis. Stolen by Serafin. Here's George. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
There's not much a defender can do when George decides to go up with the pull-up. I mean, you got to respect both his shooting and his driving ability because of his speed on the dribble.
He took good advantage of that screen. That's now 22 points for Kyrie Irving. The Pacers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Young, a screen on Smith. Now Stevenson passes it to Young. 6 to shoot. Short. The shot, no good. Cavaliers go the other way with it.
and just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Well, wide open look for Love. Pacers with the rebound.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Offensive rebound. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Turner's checked in for Kevin Seraphin. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, and I think another key, guys, will be can they continue to hit that mid-range shot? I mean, they've been very effective here early on.
Pacers trail by 5. Ellis with it. Guarded now by Irving. There's the pick. Ellis dishes to Turner. Outside for George. Young sets a screen for George. And that one comes up a bit short.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Good on the triple.
This is an absolute monster performance from him. He is pulverizing them from the three-point line.
And Kyrie Irving, an incredible ball handler, maybe the best in the league. You know what? He may be the best ball handler ever. I mean, he's just so deceptive. He gets wherever he wants, when he wants. And then you couple that with his ability to shoot the basketball, he just puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense.
Again, Irving missing. And now it's a double-digit lead. And that's 11 points for Tristan Thompson.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And an interesting tidbit about Kyrie Irving. He said he used to dribble his basketball with a plastic bag around it to make his feel for the ball even better. I like that.
Left no stone unturned.
Exactly.
I mean, he used to play every day after school from 4 to 10 p.m. When you study. I mean, that's the kind of
Duke.
Yeah, that's the kind of obsessive dedication that gives you a chance to play at the highest level.
Launches a three. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Pacers trail by 10. It's Ellis on the wing. Back to Young. Turner with a screen for George. They need this, and Thompson sends it back.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Irving with it. 25 points in the game. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Love kicks to Smith. Dishes to Irving. Love with the screen on Ellis. Irving passes to Love from deep. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 4 rebounds in this game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Back to Young. Outside, George. Nice shot from the wing. George has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pacers. Irving kicks to Love. Top of the key, Korver. Fires from deep. That's in there. Love with the assist. Korver's got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league.
Here's Stevenson. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. Cleveland leading by 9. Here's Thompson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And the the city of Cleveland still aglow from their first major professional sporting title in over 52 years.
They waited a lifetime, Kevin. In the end, it was a native son, LeBron James, who returned to lead them to glory. You just couldn't script it any better.
And he can't get the first one.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Thompson. He has 11 points, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Young. Robinson comes in for Lance Stevenson, and it's Teagan for Ellis.
And the Pacers acquiring the Fort Wayne Mad Ants of the developmental league going into last season. Some rumors had it that they'd try to move the team closer to Indianapolis, but the Pacers said no, they're committed to keeping them in Fort Wayne, which is really a good basketball city, and it's only about 2 hours from Indianapolis.
And the Mad Ants were the last D-League team that didn't have a one-on-one affiliation with an NBA team.
That's exactly right, and now they belong to the Indiana Pacers. And if you want a D-League team in this day and age, you've got to start your own. Seems like pretty soon every team in the NBA will have their own D-League team to go one-on-one, 30 for 30.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Pacers trail by 11. Outside Teague, kicks to Robinson. The pass to George. From outside the arc, trains it from beyond the arc. George has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, I think you have to crowd George's airspace beyond the arc. Can't give him any room back there. If you don't crowd him and invade his space, he's shooting it every time, and he's going to make most of it.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Yeah, that's a great call by you, Greg. You're right on top of it. He's a player that knows exactly how to seek out that jugular.
Thompson against Teague. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Teague's got 11 points.
And Teague just so creative in how he finishes around tough D when it's thrown his way.
James with it. George picks him up. James kicks to Thompson. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And Indiana making a change here. Serafin's checked in. For Cleveland, they have had an off night from the stripe tonight.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
Feeds it to Miles. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Miles has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Williams dishes to Thompson. Back to Williams. It's stolen by Teague. Outside, George. From outside, off the mark.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead. You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the three ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Pacers trail by 11. There's a minute 34 left in the first half of the game. It's George on the wing. It's deflected. Fires for three. Outside for Robinson. That three off the mark.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
And maybe shying away from contact a bit too, Greg. I mean, their free throw attempts are also down from the first quarter.
The screen from Thompson. Fry passes to James. Nice work there coming off the screen. James has got 12 in the game.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
Robinson kicks to Miles. There's a screen by Robinson. Teague with a clean look. Traps in the tray. 14 points for him.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
And Thompson throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of basketball. On the wing, George. He's got 12. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Teague. And that one is off. Nice D from Williams. Now here's James. 12 points for him. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end of quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
And so
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Jones. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 25 points, 2 steals, and 1 rebound. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Kyrie is showing us why some people can.
And that's it for.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
Excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving. 25 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
Yeah, I think we need a calculator to keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love, the 2 superstar forwards. Sharpshooters Irving and J.R. Smith are the backcourt duo. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Indiana. Here's Teague. Inside. Ellis kicks to Young, and Teague has it in the corner. Back to Young. 4 on the clock. Here's Turner. Good D by Thompson.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
With some arc. Love, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Cleveland leading by 14. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Love's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Cavs. Pass to Turner. And Thompson sends it back.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And it's Irving missing. Pacers have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Teague for 3. The Cavaliers pull it in.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Thompson, and he banks in the layup. Thompson's got 18 points.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Turner with a screen for George. Turner with the screen. Outside, George. And LeBron with a clear path to the hoop. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia.
Yeah, a bit over eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
Love with the screen on Teague. For the three. Love, no good.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Teague kicks to Ellis. To the inside. Here's Turner. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. 12 points for Miles Turner.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Monte Ellis, hard to believe he's got over a decade in the league already. Right out of high school, back in the mid-2000s. This guy is an outstanding scorer, driver, and surprisingly good as a playmaker, too. If you let him get to his right hand, you're in a real trouble.
And Ellis always aggressive, looking to score. He's instant offense, guys.
Yeah, he's high-octane offense, one of the best in the league at getting into the middle of the defense and making good things happen for his team.
And Stevenson's checked in for Paul George. Screen by Young. The 9-foot shot. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Exceptional skills for Turner down in the paint. This guy, I think, has the potential to be a dominant player inside for a lot of years.
Here's Irving. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
Takes the turnaround Jay. The shot by Turner, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 21. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Jefferson's checked in for the Cavaliers. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Teague down low. There's Ellis with the 3 ball. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Irving. 30 points in the game. Irving double team. Lets it go from deep. And Stevenson grabs the board.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
T dishes to Turner. Shot from the low block. That shot, no good. Good D by Love. Smith for 3. No good that time. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Stevenson outside. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Here's Young. 9 points in the game so far. Inside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Love.
Some really terrific numbers for Turner. He has 14 points, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
And you've got to take care of business at the free throw line, not just getting there, but converting.
That free throw missing. The Pacers were a much improved team last season, and easy to see why with Paul George back in full health. But this is a team that was the #1 seed in the East back in 2014. How did they get back, guys, to that level?
Well, guys, it's a whole new roster, a whole new style of play for them, so growing pains are inevitable. I thought getting to the playoffs, pushing the Raptors to 7 games in the first round was a good step. Really hard to compare this team with the Hibbert and West teams that got to back-to-back conference finals. I mean, I think they need another difference maker alongside Paul George to continue to rise in the Eastern Conference.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. The Cavaliers again can't hit. To the paint, here's Ellis. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Man, it's hard not to love the heart of Ellis. He's not a big guy, but he's not afraid to get into the big guy. So really clever at getting his body into bigger defenders to draw fouls.
No good on the free throw.
And, you know, Ellis is always in attack mode. He's looking for opportunities to score the ball when he's out there. He's an outstanding shooter who can make big shots and carry your offense at times.
So he comes up empty at the line. And you look at the star trio in Cleveland of LeBron, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love. Greg, how do you like the way those 3 fit together?
I think their skills complement one another. I mean, Irving can take ball handling responsibility off of LeBron's shoulders. Love rebounds, hits threes, and has good complementary skills. Chemistry, though, is more complicated.
My goodness.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Turner with the screen. Tipped away. It's stolen by Jefferson. James outside. And the dunk by James.
Wow, just look at that lead. Both ends, they have been the team in control.
Yeah, and they put the fans simply on mute. They've not had anything to cheer about, and they've been silent.
And Young kicks to Teague. Screen by Young. Shot clock at 6. Teague against Jefferson. And Jefferson sends it back. Here's Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got 32 points. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Here's Teague. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
A fantastic heads-up play there from Young to find the open man.
Irving against Teague. Irving passes to front. Turner with the steal. Outside Teague. He kicks to Ellis. From deep. They get it again. Turner. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Turner's got 17.
Boy, how about the determination of Turner? I mean, he's a wrecking ball on the glass on both ends of the floor. Just doesn't give up on plays.
And a wide open look for James. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 6 assists in the game. Indiana's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Turner with the screen. Stevenson with it. Jefferson picks him up. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Man, love how Turner reads the defense, sensing and seeing separation as the pass is coming his way. Man, calmly pulling up for the shot. Nice.
Screen by Jefferson. Smith for 3. A rebound by Young. Young's got his 6th rebound on the night. Over in the corner, Ellis. This one for 3. That doesn't go either for Ellis.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Stevenson dishes to Young. Indiana moving it around. And Turner the bucket on the assist by Teague. And that's now 21 points for Miles Turner. James a screen on Teague. Irving for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Young's got 8 rebounds in this game.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Turner with the screen. And Stevenson kicks to Turner. The shot's good.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Indiana making some changes. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Young. C.J. Miles comes in for Lance Stevenson. And Glenn Robinson III is subbed in for Ellis. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Williams comes in for Irving. Williams attacking to the middle. Fry. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
I'll say, that's when you expect the defense to be tightening up, not backing off or backing up. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
The 3 from LeBron. It's rebounded by Serafin. Serafin's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Outside Teague. Turner with the screen. In the corner, Miles with it. On the wing, Turner. The feed to Teague. 6 on the shot clock. There's a good screen. Shot off the pick. Back to Robinson. Down low, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Yeah, foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there.
Which he clearly wasn't on that play. Or maybe he was thinking just about something other than basketball.
Well, speaking of thinking, back home, guys, we call that a good old-fashioned brain freeze.
George is checked in for Miles Turner. And Cleveland also making a change. Thompson, he's checked in for Richard Jefferson. LeBron kicks to Thompson. And the shot is long. Now the Pacers with it. They're on a 13-5 run. The dish to Serafin. Robinson kicks to Serafin. Teague against Korver. Teague can't hit.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Outside Williams, pass to James. Williams with the ball. George picks him up. Lets it go from the wing. Williams for 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And at the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. And Indiana shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Robinson is out there with Teague. Then it's Paul George. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Serafin in at the 5, down low. So that's the group out there for Indiana. They get it back. Goes back up. Count the basket and the foul. Love. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. J.R. Smith's checked in for Kevin Love.
Well, C.J. Miles was drafted right out of high school back in 2005, and has over a decade in the league now and really in his prime as an NBA player. He's a quality swing man, can give you good minutes whether he's starting or coming off the bench.
And here is Teague. George with the screen on Williams. To the inside. It's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. Williams kicks to James. Cleveland moving it around. And stolen by Jeff Teague. Inside. And Thompson sends it back. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. The Pacers making a switch here. Stevenson's checked in. And Cleveland also making a change. Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Williams. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Teague kicks to Stevenson. To the middle. Just 5 to shoot. Shot's good for Seraphin. And Miles swinging to the power forward position defensively. We saw that throughout last season as the Pacers guys look to go small from time to time.
And, you know, the power forward position, not his best position defensively. Guys, his defense has improved overall in recent years, but his metrics defensively suffered because he was, in many cases, overmatched from a size standpoint. Offensively, he's a streaky shooter who can get it going from the three-point line and take you off the bounce in the paint.
Back to George. The kick out to Teague. The three. And there's Miles. That's good on the assist by Teague.
The way Miles shoots from outside is why he's such a valuable player. He's just downright a laser from the perimeter.
Here's James. And the dunk by LeBron.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Lays it in off the breakaway. Irving's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Teague kicks to Stevenson. In the corner, Miles with it. 6 to shoot. Teague the pass to George. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Boy, George is excellent at getting busy from the in-between spots of the floor. Really fleshing out and balancing out, rounding out his offensive game.
Irving dishes to Thompson.
That's his first personal foul. At the line, the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson. At the line for 2.
That free throw good from Thompson. And some changes here for the Pacers. Turner's checked in for Kevin Seraphin. And it's Young in for C.J. Miles. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Fry's checked in. That one misses.
You know, a lot of players grew up playing against older, bigger players. For Paul George, it was his older sister, Tiasha, who stands 6'4". She used to beat him up so badly on the court, it would bring him to tears. Wow. Turnabout is fair play, though. Younger brother is hooping at an all-star level now.
Smith against Stevenson. 5 to shoot. And LeBron throws it down.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
And you think about Paul George's amateur career, he was recruited to bigger schools, but he decided to go to Fresno State. He wanted that lead role.
And you still see that hunger for that lead role here in the NBA. He wants to be the alpha dog. He wants to take on the pressure and responsibility of being a franchise player. More importantly than wanting that responsibility and platform is making sure you put the work in to handle it. And I think he has done that, so he deserves the title. He's every bit the Pacers franchise player.
No good on that one. And Cleveland making a change here. Williams has checked in. And he sinks the second. Now Irving. Williams sets a screen for Irving. He dishes it to Williams. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. The Pacers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Teague with the ball. He's picked up by James. And stolen by James. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
James Jones, who's checked in for the Cavaliers. Indiana's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Teague. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Screen by Jones. On the wing, Irving. Shot off the screen and misses it off the right side of the rim. 3 from Stevenson. Thompson with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 20. James in the post, defended by George. For 3, Smith. It's rebounded by Indiana. Young's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Young, a screen on James. And George kicks to Young. Turner passes to Teague. Clock at 6. The kick out to Young. A 3-ball. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Thompson's got 11 rebounds in the game. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Thaddeus Young.
At the line for the Cavaliers, James Jones. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Jones. Ellis, he's checked in for Indiana. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Pacers trail by 21. Down low. The kick out to Teague. Screen by Ellis. Young outside. Again, Young missing. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. LeBron kicks to Irving. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Shooting for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving. Taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Dante Jones, he's checked in for Jones. And so he makes both from the line. And so here is Indiana. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
That's a 2 from Smith. But they get it back. Here's Irving. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Irving's got 38 points.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
Well, they've outworked them in a lot of places. It's plain and simple. And that's applied more than just to the battle on the boards. It's been across the board.
Ellis against Smith. He feeds it to Irving. A three-pointer, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Outside Teague. From deep, George. And Jones pulls it down.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
It's stolen by Teague. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his 5th foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Richard Jefferson. He's checked in for Cleveland. Williams comes in for Irving. Williams with the ball. Thompson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Two shots.
He misses the free throw. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Monte Ellis. Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Robinson against Jones. Down low, knocked away. Here's Young, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Here's Williams. They set the pick to the left wing. It's Jefferson outside. No good on the shot, and Indiana will go the other way with it. And Miles kicks to Young. Pass to Christmas. Dishes it to Miles. Here's Allen. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Lavoy Allen out of Temple University is just a real steady NBA player. Excellent interior defender, outstanding offensive rebounder. He's one of those understated, undervalued, but highly respected backup front court players in the league.
That free throw good from Allen. And Lavoy Allen good defensively and a career high in field goal percentage last season.
Yeah, he's a key rotation player, just solid. Just now entering the prime years of his career. Offensive rebounds extremely well. Can make the mid-range jump shot and really enjoying a nice career for a guy that was drafted 50th back in 2011.
Second free throw, no good.
And LeBron James achieving the highlight of his career, helping lead the Cavs to their first title in franchise history and Cleveland's first title in over 50 years. Really hard to overstate what it meant to the city and his legacy.
And George really eats up opportunities to score inside because he's so creative in how many ways that he can score close to the basket.
And there's been a lot of negativity, Greg, directed LeBron's way. Cavs fans who felt betrayed when he left, analysts who questioned his greatness. What does that 2016 title now do to them?
I think it changes a lot, especially for those in Cleveland. For the analysts who question LeBron's place in history, I think his 2 titles in Miami had already done a lot to cement his reputation. The 2016 title should remove that as an argument.
And Indiana making a change here. Young's checked in. He hits both from the stripe.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
George with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Turner with the screen. From deep, George drills it from outside. George has got 7 points for the quarter.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Irving kicks to Fry. The screen from Thompson. Deflects the pass and taken away by Ellis. And now the fast break. George with the ball. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Serafin comes in for Turner. And Glenn Robinson III is subbed in for Jeff Teague. On the free throw, no good.
You know, with the Pacers changing their style of play, going small ball last season, spacing the floor, it really gave Paul George the platform to have a career season. Had so many driving lanes and opportunities to create offensively.
He's checked in for Jefferson. Smith comes in for Kyle Korver. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Darren Williams. From deep, Ellis bangs home the trifecta.
And Ellis launching the three-point shot. That's not a bad look. He's a sniper with a feel for the long ball at times.
James outside.
2 minutes.
5 on the clock. Irving with a clean look. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Turner with the screen. Young dishes to Ellis. Oh, good on the three.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
LeBron passes to Irving. Irving double team. And here's Fry for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Kyrie Irving. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Teague is just doing whatever he wants out there, and there is no way to slow him down. An absolute blast to watch him perform.
Irving kicks to Thompson. Back to Irving. Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 49 points in the game.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
Now here's James. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
I'll tell you what, his season high in points powered everything they did. Clearly, he was the catalyst tonight as they come away with a well-deserved W.
There isn't much that Kyrie Irving can't do offensively. He's got unreal handles, amazing vision, and he can finish in tight or knock down the deep ball. Kyrie is the man I want running my offense because he's from New Jersey.
Unbelievable, man. And when this guy's got it going on like that, it's a pleasure. I mean, just a pleasure to watch him play. I'd pay to come see him, even though I don't have to.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. It's a long line at the buffet, though.
Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.